BallisticNG, one of the biggest Wipeout clones that's been around ever since, well, since Wipeout departed. And today we are going to be looking at my very first, I would say, stream game review on the star count. And this would be, well, I already just mentioned it, so let's start the video, shall we? Hello everyone, Galacticstorm here, welcome to the show, and today we are going to be doing BallisticNG. It is a Wipeout clone. To all those who do not know what it is, it's a futuristic racing combat game that was based on the PlayStation, until Sony said, fuck you guys, we don't want you anymore, and basically shut down the whole company. And that pissed off a lot of people, because Sony. And honestly, Wipeout was one of the mainstays of the PlayStation, honestly, and I don't know why they did it. But anywho, in return, we have this Wipeout clone. And, well, what is it about? Well, it's very similar to the Wipeout series. It is based off of, honestly, the first three Wipeout games that are based on the PlayStation. Wipeout, Wipeout XL, or 2097, if you want to be a bitch about it, and then Wipeout 3. So, what do you do within this game? Well, you race, obviously, but there's also other variants that you could do. You could do survival, in which you can race all throughout the track until you die. You can do eliminator, which you can eliminate other ships and get points. Time trial, which I absolutely hate in this game. Well, that speaks for itself. And there's other variants that you can do too. So you could do all that, and it has a level board on the campaign in which you can unlock ships, skins, etc., etc. One of the things that you can also do in this game is you can also create tracks and crafts. So you could make like maybe Phizar from Wipeout. You could definitely create from there, because there's definitely a lot of other skins you can put on to that too. I've even seen one with the Blue Falcon from F-Zero. And I've seen recreations of other tracks from the Wipeout series. The one that I got was Ultima. That was the very first track from Wipeout. And a person made this. So it's not just the creators, it's the community itself. So it brings a whole bunch of content into the game itself. Well, we're going to have to wait and see until the Switch variant comes out. You can also do custom games, multiplayer, and I tried multiplayer a few times and no one really uses it. And you can also activate a variety of cheats. You won't get any of the achievements when it's on and that, but you can turn it on and off, and it doesn't, reset or anything like that. Just do be warned for that. So, yeah. Let's. I honestly, some of the craft that you get in this game too they're different from one another. Like some has different speeds, different thrustings. One can be like really good at speeding, and like the thrusting and the weapon capabilities can be bad. And there could be a jack of all trades craft and all that. One of my favorites in this game would definitely have to be Tenrai. Good speed, decent thrust and turning, but it's a glass cannon and the weapon technology sucks. That's just my perspective. But yeah, let's look at the pros and cons of this game. So the first thing I like about this game is the very retro-like aspect of this game. The graphics are very similar to like what a PS1 would look like when it comes to graphic-wise. Well, it may look like choppy, blocky, and that, but there is some good residuals and lighting effect onto this game. It's not like any other PS1 game, just choppy and just having these bland lights and that. They have improved on it. And if people complain about, that the graphics are bad and that, it doesn't matter sometimes on the graphics. It's the gameplay that makes it just as good. I think the gameplay is very, I would say spot on when it comes to the Wipeout genre aspect, I would say. The tracks, there's multiple kinds that you can choose from, especially when you go on Steam and you can download other kinds of track that are available from the community and that. There are easy kinds of tracks within the BallisticNG by itself, and there are hard and long ones. And so you do have to understand the aspect of turning, air brakes, all that fun stuff. But try doing that without hitting a wall in that, and that would be an interesting challenge to do. And the one that I like most about this game is that you can create your own tracks and your own craft, but you do have to do it with I would say with some assistance. You would have to know a little bit about computers and that in order to do that. But they have a guide on their wiki that will show you what to do and all that fun stuff. I haven't made anything yet, but I will probably make a few things in the future. So the first thing I would like to complain about is this one might be a little criticizing, but it's me in this case, is the lack of creativity in some parts. The weapons is definitely the biggest part. A lot of the weapons are basically from Wipeout, and they just made up their own different names in that. Like the biggest one being the Quake. It's in this game it's called the Tremor, and Plasma is the Plasma, and yeah, I just don't like that they have all these other weapons that they can create their own, and then they just copy and paste from the old Wipeout series. That's my complaint. That's just me. Another complaint also about the creativity. Some, like one or two of the ships, look very, 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 very familiar from the Wipeout series. Like Scorpio is very familiar to Goteki 45. And Hyperon is based, I would say, looks very, very familiar or similar to the Kyrix craft from Wipeout HD Fury. I mean, the other crafts look good, but just, some of the creativity, come on. The other one is parts of the campaign are very hard, and you would need absolute precision in order to do them. The time trials are the biggest one that I'm looking at right here. I mean, I can understand that, for some parts, just get some leniency on some people just because they're brand new. But nope, you're basically going into the deep fryer when you go into the time trials. You would have to know the afterburners, know how to do air brakes and all that in order to get gold. Some of them I can't even get gold or even platinum, just because I'm not acquainted with the tracks and that. And I mean, it sounds like I'm complaining about it a lot, but it's just some of it. It's just can you get some leniency on some of these things? I mean, yeah, I can understand, like, in the harder parts of the campaign, yeah, you can go a little bit tougher on the time, but come on. And then just some of the parts of the campaign, you go from Toxic, which is the slowest speed, and then you go all the way up to Halberd, which is, like, very fast, and then wait till you get to Zen and Spectre. Yeah, those were fun. And it just some of it is hard enough as it is, and like some of the times you just feel like you can't even get through those parts of the campaign. Okay, now for score-wise, what did I think about BallisticNG? Well, despite with some of the criticism that I have, I think BallisticNG is a very fun and entertaining game. So within the star count, I am going to give BallisticNG a score of, ta-da, 4 stars out of 5. This is probably the best Wipeout clone on offer compared to Pacer and Redout. It's fun. It reminds you of the old retro games. It is going to be frustrating at times, and you can activate all the cheats. You can play custom tracks that other people in the community can do, and other craft too, which makes it a whole bunch of fun. You can get like easy tracks, hard tracks, all that fun stuff. But do I recommend this to any racer? Yes, I really do. And I cannot wait for the Switch version of this game to come out. Even though it's probably not going to come out within maybe like 1 or 2 years, depending. So do I recommend it? Oh yeah. It was like around $8 to $10 on the stream when I bought it. So yeah, go ahead and get it. So, thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and be sure to look at my Facebook page down below. And until then, Galacticstorm saying, I'll see you guys later.